Is music moguls coming back?
I don't know. There's been a big shakeup at BET. From what I see with BET, they're changing their programming where they're playing more movies. It's not my network, you know what I mean? So if they come back and do it, I don't really know yet what they're going to do.
I know people have been asking me a lot about the Roc-A-Fella movie you talked about briefly.
Yeah, right now.
You still...
just developing it.
Developing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be, because that'll have to be a series almost like the new Edition movie.
It's the perspective. I don't think, the movie I'm going to make is not going to be what everyone's expecting. And I just would probably leave it at that, because there's a lot that people didn't see. And that would be the part that I'd be showing, so you don't know what I'm going to show you.
From your
It's like, why would I just make a recreation of what everyone saw? I want to make things that no one knew. I want to attack it a way that no one would attack it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it obvious, and it'll probably be done over and over again. But if I do it from my perspective, it probably won't be the one that everyone's thinking. You know what I'm saying? I won't do it unless it's something interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Well, there was a lot of things. There was so many different things that happened at Roc-A-Fella. There's so many different stories to tell.
Stuff not even talked about, even though.
There's just things that aren't meant to be talked about. But there are things that, just got overlooked. There's just different. There were so many different situations. Like every artist was a movie within itself, for real. Like there's Dipset, there's State Property, there's Jay, there's Kanye, there's everyone else. There's the R&B part of it, rock music. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff. But it's also like I'm so into what I'm doing now. Even though what we did before was impactful, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be feeling like reliving it all day.
Yeah.
I know everyone else thinks that's cool, but I got other shit to do. Really, not in a bad way. Just in a way that
it becomes Gary, like you said, Gary Coleman.
It was what I was trying to get away from. Like people don't realize I spent a lot of time trying to get away from that life. I had already left Roc-A-Fella before I had quit, but I just didn't make a big announcement. I had already went to Roc-A-Fella.
Now y'all don't believe me. When I told everybody at the barbershop that, they didn't believe. They were like,
that I didn't quit?
When you and Biggs told me that.
Yeah, I quit, but I didn't make an announcement.
You didn't make an announcement, but I told everybody, I was like, it's a wrap. It's like, nah, it's all right.
Yeah. But no one could believe it. I was like, I don't feel like doing it no more. That's really what happened. But, it rolled out to appear a certain way, but who cares at that point? Like once you leave a block, you don't care what they really say about you on the block.
Yeah.
So it's like, say what you want to say, man, but I want to go, this isn't the world. That world didn't feel right to me no more. I couldn't be around those people because their principles were so much different than mine. I just didn't fit in, and I didn't want to fit in. It was like any room that mentality was in, I needed to be in a different room, and I still feel that way. So, that's why I did the fashion, but once it got too crowded, I left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get there first, but once everybody else gets there, I'm out. My purpose is to get away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's not my mentality really, but I can't judge it. It's just, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions?
They're asking about, I don't understand this, buy back the block notion, but how these dudes are buying into franchises of white corporations.
I don't understand that.
Like they're buying, he's talking about like people that are buying like for instance, Rick Ross has a thing called Buy Back the Block, but he's buying like the wing stops. I mean, it's business. I mean, that's what they're interested in.
I think all business is good business. You just have to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think if you buy something that you could pass to your kids for them to run, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But I think
even though they're buying it from old white men.
I don't feel about that really. I don't know. Again, it's hard for me to judge other people's hustles. It's not my hustle, so I ain't gonna really judge it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't spend time really thinking about what someone else is doing or why they're doing it. Really,
yeah.
Unless I consider them some kind of competition, but I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I have no opinion really.
Yo, this is Kenyatta with Hip Hop Motivation. First of all, I want to tell everybody out there, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube page. And if you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed to our YouTube page, make sure you do so. Stay in tune. We have a lot more to come. Peace.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. You know, I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
What's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. I did. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
It's a series. The Fashion Game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Damon's a guy that's worn many hats.
Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the #1 killer. The #1 killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bro. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. Think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now, dude. I was in my groove. Yeah.
I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. Like the dollar, like the euro, like the pound, like the franc pause, like the yen.